As soon as you said unconditional love, the only experience I have of unconditional love is for my two daughters. They could do anything, I'd love them. And then as you were saying that, I was thinking, how do I give that same unconditional love to myself? And how often do I give that to myself? Answer to that, not very often, actually, man. I don't
I,
love myself unconditionally. That's so powerful.
I,
Wow.
I think that
I
changed
feel a
something
bit
for
like
me.
a bit of a emotional
It
coming
hit
up.
something for yeah.
Yeah, like when was the last time I loved myself unconditionally? When was the last time I put other things and other people and other stuff ahead of the love for myself?
But
Probably every day.
let me
Probably
ask
every
you,
day. Yeah.
what does unconditional love mean for you when you hear that?
No matter what, it means I love you no matter what. No matter what you've done, no matter what you've said, no matter how good you are, no matter how hard you try, no matter how many times you, no matter how many times you give up and try again, I still fucking love you. No matter how many times you fuck up, no matter how many times you dig deep, get back on the horse and still fall off, I still love you. That's what unconditional love means.
What about that is like hitting hard for you?
Because it connects to something deeper in me. It's deeper than all the surface level stuff that I show up for in life every single day. I get out of bed, I do my stuff, I do these podcasts and TikToks and coach men and do all that great stuff that I'm very proud of and I love. And how often do I stop and congratulate myself, give myself a hug and give myself some of that unconditional love, some time off, some time in nature where I just switch off and give myself a bit of love. Not very often, Tommy. That's where I think it made me emotional because I work with a lot of men who also struggle with that. And I think that's also where some of that emotion comes from. It's a collective notion that we are not giving ourselves enough love as men in the world. We're not taking care of what we need. We're not listening to those messages that our bodies and our hearts send to us. We're overriding them. We collectively override them in service of being a better dad, a better husband, being a solopreneur, providing, putting money on the table and food in our mouths. You know, there are necessities and we have to do that. We're hunter-gatherers essentially, aren't we?
Some of us.
Some of us. But the more we learn about how we operate in the world, like we have emotional needs, we have to love ourselves. We have to give us, I do a lot of videos around, like, give yourself a break, man. Give yourself a compassion break today. Whatever that looks like. Just go and grab a deck chair and sit in the garden with a cup of coffee without your phone. Because that's the version of you without any distractions. That's the version of you that might just want to sit with a cup of coffee and have a fucking good cry. Because if you stop for long enough to love yourself for long enough and really touch into that part of you that needs you, your little Tommy, your little Jamie, your little whoever you are listening to this, like, close your eyes and imagine what your little Jamie looks like, or your little Tommy, or your little Dave, or what does he fucking need today? What does he need? That's where the unconditional love from you needs to pour out, because that's where my little Jamie goes, you know what? I just need a cuddle, man. I'm having a bit of a tough time right now. Yeah, I see you. I know you're having a tough time. We've had a rough few years, haven't we? Yeah. Can we just sit and have a cup of coffee and a cry? Yeah, sure. Let's do it, man. Let's hang out for a while. Because I've been neglecting you, haven't I? You have a bit, yeah. You've been off doing podcasts and all that shit. So let's just sit and have a coffee in the garden. And I think that's where my number 3 was yesterday. When I was on a 3, it wasn't that I was sad or like depressed, or I was just like in a really introspective place where I just needed to hang out with little Jamie for a while and have a bit of a cry. And I did. I needed to cry. I needed to sob. I needed to miss my mum who died 2 years ago. All of that stuff. It's all there. It never goes away. It just sort of simmers around in the surface in this reservoir that I call my heart space. It's always there. Little Jamie's always just bobbing around on a little boat needing a hug at some point.
And the interesting thing is also that I think many guys, we stop, like we just move, we just go, move. And then, that's when it starts bubbling over because we never stop and think about what do I need.
Yeah, that's when addictions kick in and marriages fall apart, and because we chase it elsewhere. Because we don't have the tools. We don't have elders in our communities anymore. We don't have rites of passage for our young men. We're not taught how to deal with our emotions or have a roadmap for the internal emotional geography that's fucking complex.
Yeah.
Especially if we get into our 40s and our 50s and we've not done any kind of introspective work on ourselves. If we've not gone there and done the work and the retreats and the therapy, the coaching. If you get to 50 or whatever age and you've not done any of that, God, it's heavy lifting, man. It's like, don't fucking lift the lid. What if I lift the lid, what's going to come out is what a lot of men say to me. They go, I don't know if I can do this work. I'm scared of opening the lid. Nothing's going to happen if you open the lid. You might cry for a day, but you know what? No one ever died of crying, but they've certainly died of not lifting the lid and getting to the end and going, you know what? I'm going to have to check out here. I'm going to be one of those 12 men that just check out. So that's another episode of Safe Harbour. Thank you so much for being here and listening in on this amazing conversation. And if you enjoyed today's show, give us a follow, give us a like, and share this with another man who you think might need to have this conversation. Another new guest next time. Tune in. Have a great day, man. And remember, you are amazing, right?